Hi, my friend. Are you ready to be found online wherever your dream clients are searching? Are you looking to make your marketing make sense? Do you want to be able to confidently make decisions about your marketing so that you can stop wasting your time and money and really know what to focus on to grow your business? If so, you are in the right place, and I am so excited to have you here. Let's jump right in. Do you wonder if what you're doing for SEO is working? Are you adding content, maybe writing meta descriptions, title tags, maybe choosing keywords, maybe even writing blog posts, and you're kind of starting to see some idea that this might be working? You get a feeling that maybe you're finally figuring it out. If so, I want to talk today about 3 times that it can seem like your SEO is working, but if you don't know, you can actually be hurting yourself. Because I did an interesting thing. So as you know, I teach the free SEO classes. I've taught them live every week for months and months and months. Now it's done more on a quarterly basis because I'm going to be honest, teaching that live every week is a whole lot. Anybody who's ever done a webinar knows that's a lot of work. It was fascinating though. And doing that gave me the opportunity to get a ton of insights and information and really see what you are struggling with, where you're getting it right, where you're making mistakes, where you're confused, all of that. So in that webinar, I've had over 10,000 people go through that particular training. In there, talking to over 10,000 people, most of the time, people did not know if what they were doing was right, or they weren't sure how to even get started. 97% of the people who attend and comment and participate in the polls in that webinar said they weren't sure. About 3% said, I'm pretty sure I got this figured out. I'm doing really good. SEO is working for me. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. And so I was really curious because often when I hear, I'm pretty sure I'm doing this, or it's working, I'm getting traffic, there are parts of it that are working, but there are parts of it that still are not. So I went through and I looked at about 10 of those sites where people had said, I've got it. I know what I'm doing. And they were all doing things. Absolutely. First and foremost, every one of them was doing things. They had title tags. They had meta description. They had created content. Most of them had header tags marked on their pages. They had done a lot of things. However, very quickly, I could identify where they had made mistakes and where they had done things that, while it may feel like it's working, it's maybe not working as well as it could. And it was one of those situations where it's oh, I could actually help this person. Yeah, I could help this. Yeah, I could help this person too. Oh my gosh, they don't realize that that's wrong. So some of the mistakes I saw, some of them, people had a whole bunch of header tags. Header tags, it used to be that you could only have one H1 tag on a page or you would confuse Google. What I'm seeing now is that rule is changing or has changed. So that's not as big a deal, but that did used to be a huge deal. That used to be a big, big issue if you had more than one H1 tag. But the things that I saw, super long meta descriptions now with this, is it going to hurt you? Not necessarily. Is it ideal for SEO? Absolutely not. Because if your meta description is over 160 characters, it's going to truncate, which means you no longer have control over the message that your potential customer is seeing in the search results when they're searching on Google. And don't you want to have control of the information that they're going to see? Don't you want to have control of the narrative about your business versus having Google just truncate it when it hits the 160 characters mark? Yeah, right? I know I sure do. Other issues I saw were people targeting keywords that were way too competitive for their site. They were not going to rank for them, or they were words that nobody was going to search, or they had issues with using the same keyword on every page that I looked at. Google is only going to rank you for any given keyword twice, which means you don't want to use the same keyword on every single page because that's going to limit your ranking potential. And when you limit your ranking potential, you limit your visibility potential. When you limit your visibility potential, you limit the number of people who can find your business, who get to know you, who want to work with you. So you ultimately limit your leads and your sales. So we don't want to make that mistake. I also saw a number of them that had elements that were wrong. They had things that were missing. Some of them had no new content added to the site in like 3 or 4 years. And most of them had done nothing yet for AI-based search or AI SEO, GEO, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. So when you're doing it on your own, you don't know what you don't know. And I had a student talk about this recently, and I asked her, I said, why did you decide to join the program? And because she's in one of those spots where like she had done a pretty good job. She had some mistakes. We had to fix, a few things strategically and get it turned around, but she's doing great now. And she said, I realized I got to the point where I knew as much as I could on my own, but I didn't know what I didn't know. And my time and my effort was worth doing the best that I possibly could. And she had put time and effort. She'd also spent money because she had hired a VA to help her with it. And she was getting some results, but she felt like she needed to learn more. So she joined me. We worked together. I looked at the site and I was able to very quickly identify this is good, this is not, change this, do that, like that type insight, which helped her. She's ranking, she's getting leads from ChatGPT, she's getting leads from Google. She's actually making right now about $5,000 a month extra income from her leads from her SEO work. So that's part of it, is like when you're trying to learn it on your own, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know that you've made mistakes. You don't know that you've done things that are not actually going to pay off for you. The next thing that I see is you're getting traffic, but you're not generating leads. And then the question is like, well, why aren't we getting leads? Are we getting the right people to the site? Are we getting the wrong people? Like, where's the breakdown? Is it that they don't like your opt-in? They don't want your freebie? Is it that you don't have it on all of your pages? Is it that there's some blockage with your consult call form, or they don't want a consult call? Like, what's going on? So that's where we really want to diagnose. When you come in the program, I teach you how to track all of this and how to figure out which pages are getting traffic. And do you have the right lead generation? Do you have a lead capture on the pages that it should be on? And where should you put it on the page? Is it in the right spot? Are there other things that we should do? It's not necessarily SEO, but it's part of your SEO funnel. We want to make sure that you're capturing those leads, not just that they are coming into your world. Because honestly, website visitors don't pay the bills, my friends. What pays the bills are leads that turn into paying customers. You run a business, I run a business. We all know that we need more than just podcast downloads or more than just website traffic to grow a profitable business. We need to make sure we're connecting with the right people. So that's a big part of it. When you're doing SEO on your own, often you're making mistakes that you don't know. Maybe you're getting traffic, but you're not getting leads. Maybe you're ranking for keywords and you think that that's good, but what you don't realize is you're ranking for keywords that nobody is searching. So yes, you're at the top of Google, but no, nobody's coming to that page because nobody's searching for that particular keyword. Maybe you're creating content that isn't tied the right way to your business. So you're getting traffic, but you're not getting leads because of that. The most common issues I see are that you're creating content, but you're not getting traffic. You're getting traffic, but you're not getting leads. Or just in general, your business is not visible. Like you're not showing up in ChatGPT. You're only showing up for your business name. If somebody goes to Google and they search your business name, you show up. And so you may feel like, okay, my SEO is working. However, if they go to Google and they search your business name and you show up, great. But if they go to Google and they search keywords related to your business, or they search information related to your niche and you don't show up, that's not so good. Because what's just happened there is that your business is only visible for people who already know who you are today. And if you want your business to grow, you need to be visible for people who don't know you today. You need to be visible for people who are searching on Google and ChatGPT and anywhere else that they happen to be searching. So if you've been trying to do SEO on your own, you have a feeling it's working, you're not 100% sure, you know what? Send me a note. Let's look at, join me when I do the next pop-up group and the next training launch for simple SEO content. Ask me to take a look at your site. I'm happy to look at it when you're in those groups and you're asking questions. Like I do website SEO reviews. We take a look at it. I'm happy to look at it and tell you, is this the right keyword? Does it look like you've done the right things? Because honestly, my friend, if you don't need my help, if you don't need the program, I don't want you to take it because I don't want to take your money. I know there are a lot of people out there who try to take advantage, especially of us as small business owners, entrepreneurs. We all get the stupid spammy emails every single day. I'm sure you get them the same as I do. I don't want you to spend money that you don't need to spend. But if you need my help, I want to help you because your website should be your number one lead generator for your business. So if you're still really focused on building your business off referrals are great. Your network is great, but it's not going to scale. Very likely, it will not scale to the level that you want to reach your goals. That's where your website really comes in if we can get the right content. So if you're trying to do this on your own and you think it's working, let's take a look and just make sure. Are you getting leads? Are the right pages getting traffic? Are you ranking for keywords that are not related to your business name? Because I want this to work for you. If you want to get started right away, you like the group concept, that's amazing. Make sure you're on my email list so that you're the first to know when the group opens for the next cohort. It is just cohort launch now. If you don't like the group and you would rather work one-on-one, send me a DM on Instagram, email me, reply back to my weekly email and ask if I have an opening. I work one-on-one with entrepreneurs as well, those who really do not want to have to be in a group. They just want somebody to tell them exactly what to do. My situation, my business, my problems. Just help me with that, Rachel. I don't care about anyone else. And you know what, my friend? It is okay to say that. It is okay to say, I don't want to have to listen to anybody else. I don't want to have to be in a group. I just want to be able to work with you one-on-one. I do marketing consulting and coaching and can help you with that as well. So if that's something you're interested in, you're ready to work together, schedule a call. Let's chat, reach out to me, ask me your questions, and let's see if it's a good fit because I'd love to help you too, whether you prefer to work in a group or one-on-one. All right, that's it for today. I will be back here next Tuesday with another new episode. I hope that you have a fantastic day. And do me a favor, as you're winding up, if you haven't already left a review, you've done the rating, followed, subscribed, whatever it is on your platform of choice, please follow or subscribe. And then do me that extra favor of leave the rating or the review because it really does help the algorithm. It really does make a difference. It's one quick little thing you can do to help me, to give me the encouragement to keep recording these podcasts for you each week so that you've got something new to listen to. I love seeing those come in because then it's like, oh, they really do like me. This really does make a difference. It really does help them. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, I would be so appreciative. All right, you have a great day and I'll see you back here next week. Bye for now. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you took away something very actionable that you can start to use in your business right away. If you want any of the freebies that were mentioned or you want any of my resources or free trainings, you can find those at edgedmarketing.com/freebies. If you would like to work together, I would love to work with you. Send me a note, reply to an email, DM me on Instagram. You know how to find me. I would love to help you grow your business as well. And if you have found this podcast helpful, would you do me the biggest favor and follow it or subscribe on your podcast app of choice and then give it a rating and review? That really does help. It's just a little something you can do that helps me out in return. I appreciate it so much. I'll see you back here next week.